Fellow cold, frosty people here on Grignr Island, we return to clan head Grignr herself. Grignr the Nameless. Well, I mean, except for the fact she's called Grignr, but every Grignr is called Grignr after all. She's not yet earned herself a nickname with a fairly slow start here. Of course, going back to, with every character, we have to go back to getting raiding in the first place, right? Somebody did make a very fair point in the last episode that in the future we could just reset the perks. Sure, you take a bunch of stress, but that would let us immediately, especially for older characters, go into plunderer right away, which is such a good idea. So for the future, we'll probably stick to that one. What I did like in this comments as well, somebody suggested that after all the family drama yesterday, both of Grignr's uncles, her uncle Grignr and her other uncle Grignr, they were both calling her horrible things. She eventually became rival with, well, Uncle Grignr. It's very confusing, okay? We're actually going to rename Uncle Grignr. He deserves a nickname now. Somebody suggested Grignr Green Eye, and I like that one a lot because he's jealous of her. He thinks he should be in control, and to be fair, maybe he has a point given that he is, of course, athletic, hale, like he's naturally quite strong, he's a giant, and then he's trained himself extensively. He's just strengthened now rather than vastly strengthened, but he is traditionally a better Grignr. She has better muscles through physical training, but he's more naturally a Grignr. But it's not necessarily what comes naturally after all. Let's see if we can turn her into a character worthy of the name Grignr after all. On the subject of that, the Grignr mod has been updated apparently. So supposedly we can now take on the Grignr trait, and that has some, from what I was reading, again, I didn't really keep up with it unfortunately, but I will double check everything. And look, I'm very behind schedule right now. I've got to try and keep on top of whatever vague content I can put out here. But supposedly this, the Grignr trait itself has been adjusted so that it is just a kind of dynastic thing. If you're not part of the Grignr dynasty, the trait disappears. Then when you are worthy of becoming like a Grignr Prime, you can gain a better trait, similar to what it was before, that gives a massive prowess boost in exchange for losing a lot of stuff here and there. So there we are. We gain double stress, we lose double stress, similar to the ambitious trait. Dynasty has a higher opinion of us because we're all Grigners together after all. Small health boost and a small prowess boost there, and of course we're going to do that once for this particular dynasty, just to add a nice little bit of theming. So I'm hoping that one day we find out what this other Grignr trait is, and then eventually we see how that might play out for us. And again, maybe that's a good target for her, given that she needs to earn herself a name. Now, somebody said I was raiding our own place, but I don't know how true that was, given that Winterhold right now is... though, I mean, this is it. That's just it, right? I thought I was raiding over here, like near Dawn Isles, but maybe I did accidentally go for somewhere that was part of our territory. Obviously, Bleak Rock Isle is part of Winterhold now. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, one thing I want to try. We were told about this several episodes ago, and, you know, it's just been total chaos getting up to this point again. Let's let our troops reinforce. We're back from our hunt with, unfortunately, nothing. Let's let our troops reinforce, and let's head over to Yakuda, because Yakuda is apparently very wealthy relative to the amount of soldiers they have at this stage of the game, and it might make for some, not necessarily easy raiding, but long raids and very lucrative raids. As I inspect the stables, my gaze is drawn towards an animal kept away from others. He throws his head and stomps his ground, displaying his powerful hindquarters and well-arched neck, similar to the original Grignr the First. Her grandfather, and of course the person who educated her, she might also try and take on a warhorse. She might gain a martial lifestyle perk. Prove your Grignr self. The horse pins his ears back as Grignr approaches. His disregard for Grignr crystal clear. This first meeting is important to earn his trust and respect. I need to decide how to go about it. A steady hand is required to tame this beast. Will likely work with high prowess or a bold personality. I don't think she has a very bold personality. Bear in mind she's compassionate, cynical, and chaste. That's high diplomacy and benevolent. I feel like compassionate probably comes along as benevolent, right? Intrigue skill to bribe it. Nope, we're just going to have to go with your prowess. 33 prowess, she's strengthened, she's a reaver, she's got that Grignr trait now. I think it might help. Oh, it's a mighty feeling. A powerful horse follows Grignr's every whim. Now that Grignr has earned his trust, he seems almost fond of me. I will keep him as a personal warhorse, or tamer of beasts. Do you think that her compassion would just have her tame it and then keep it around? I suppose it's going to be a warhorse either way. I feel like she maybe because she's compassionate, she's bonded with it and will keep it as her own personal horse. I like that a lot. A name inspired by history. Sure, let's take a look here. Silverhoof, War Master, or... oh, is that it? Again, I wish we could name it ourselves. Call it Grignr or something. What about this last option? It's just a horse that should be named as such. Oh, okay, you know what? We had Sweet Roll, right? Why didn't she name her warhorse after Grignr's original warhorse? Sweet Roll. I like that. It's the family name for the warhorses at this point. Reminds Grignr of his favorite delicious snack. Delicious, healthy snack. So we're going down to Raider Blood. Raiding awards a small amount of renown. Like I said last episode, I want to get some renown going as soon as possible so that we can get either Herculean or Strong into the dynasty. Now, someone in the comments said this. Because she is compassionate, she would want what's best for her family members regardless of what they think of her, right? So who have we got here? We've got Grignr, Grignr's daughter, Grignerson. This is Grignr Green Eye? Oh, that is Grignr Green Eye, but he didn't rename. Oh, weird. Did it just not go through properly? Hang on. Grignr Green Eye. This is a better name. Ah, there we are. Right, so this is Grignr Green Eye's daughter. Again, even though she's feuding with her father, she wouldn't just turn her away. She can marry another Grignr. That way we can try and at least keep some of the physical strength into the family. They will guarantee that they get the Grignr trait doing that. Giant is likely to be inherited. Hail is likely to be inherited. They have two different negative magical ones, but that's not a problem. They are related. I think they're cousins, right? Yeah, they are cousins, which isn't ideal. Doesn't really matter about matrilineal or otherwise, right? Perfect. Okay, your uncle can marry. Oh, this other uncle was rude to her, but he wasn't super terrible. Dorothy Hate Basket is the world's greatest name, and that is Rimworld's here. We're gonna have to find a character. I'm gonna use this new character finder mod because I haven't really found any. Oh, this is amazing. Why the fuck is this not base game? This is so good. Okay, trait groups. So we can say any good genetic. Oh, sweet. And then we can sort by, I think, again, I've not used this before, so please bear with me. I think you can sort it by, like, whether or not they'll actually join. Obviously, you want people inside of Diplo range. Ruler, heritage, heir to an empire. Oh, wow, this is great. So if you wanted to say marry someone specifically who was in line to a title, you could just go through, okay, let's check if they're heir to an empire. If not, heir to a kingdom, maybe heir to a duchy, maybe heir to a county, and then go through slowly and see kind of what you're aiming for there. That's really nice. Wow, okay. Right, so we're looking for, what sort of age modifiers have we got here? Personal, can we say, I would really love to say like age below a certain threshold perhaps. Oh, you can sort by inspirations too. That is actually nuts. That is so good. What a mod. What a mod, eh? Yeah, no, it's a real shame I can't just say like age, certain level. Is there age here? Lifestyle, other fame? Oh, other fame traits. What is that? Oh my god, you can sort by reincarnations. Obviously, Chakravarti is not really relevant for this one, but it's kind of cool for base game. You can look for berserkers, for maybe people to marry into the Grignr tree. Oh, this is sick. This is a really cool mod. Very well done. Okay, definitely what we need in the, Okay, so let's have a look. There are Amazonian Robust Hail. Any of those are fine. Strong. Oh, these characters with all of that. Oh, shit, that's cool. I don't want all of it. I was hoping it would be, like, ore. I suppose the way you do that, then, is we'd say, like, no, maybe no feeble and go through it that way. Anyway, I'll set up some proper filters in between episodes. I won't do it right now. Yeah, shit, that's unfortunate. There are no women inside Diplo range with Hail. Lend woman. Oh, shit. Oh, she's 34. What about Signy Cruelty? She's married. Oh, it should have been something I really filtered it by, eh? Damn it. All right, never mind. Whatever. We'll just find you anyone. Dorothy Hate Basket. There you go. Sorry, it's better to get him married to anybody than it is to no one right now. We lost greatly strengthened. Hang on, did she gain vastly strengthened? She's back to her full power. Very nice. I will take the hand of your Uncle Grignr in matrimony. Yes, you will, Dorothy Hate Basket. Somebody said the court physician is... Oh, it's 0.1. I don't know why I thought it was 0.9. Oh, we can definitely afford that. Oh, crazy. Yeah, no, I thought it was far more expensive. That's why I wasn't hiring one. I thought they were really, really expensive. How strange. Maybe I was just getting confused. Oh, court tutor. I was getting confused with the bloody court tutor. I know that didn't say 0.9, but I remember one of them was expensive, but I couldn't remember which, because last series we had to not hire the same thing, right? We couldn't afford to hire them because of this, but it was court tutor I was thinking of. Anyway, could we hire some more troops? We probably could. We haven't really got the... oh, it'd only be Huskarls, and that's a bit too expensive. All right, well, let's get to work then. We're fully reinforced. Let's go and visit Yakuda. Let's pay them a visit, see what we can do over there. So we want to go all the way over to here. Somebody said we can do a Pirate Conquest Casus Belli, which supposedly allows you to take any island, which could be quite good. Well, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm not going to expand out until we are, like, kind of in good stead. Kind of certain about where we are. All right. Do you want to start up here? Kavala. 21 loot. And you know what? If we raid them, they can't raise troops on us. Can I come around to the other side? Yeah, I didn't really want to walk through the mountains because of this exact reason. Oh, shit. Wow. How did you have so many troops? Did I completely misread that? I was looking at their levies. I should have looked at bloody everything else. Fuck. Oh, great start. Amazing. Right, let's maybe look at the character rather than just relying on their levies, because that's clearly not going to help anybody anywhere. We're now a plunderer. Amazing. As I retrieve from my chambers tonight, I stumble upon one of my guests, Ramir, in an innermost sanctum. How did he get in here? It's not what it looks like, my lady, he claims. The fact that he is half naked in the process of bodily defiling my hairbrush tells me that it is, in fact, exactly what it looks like. Sorry? Is this man putting a hairbrush up his ass? I don't really understand what you're trying to say. But get out of my realm! She's compassionate. She wouldn't banish him, but she is chaste, so she certainly wouldn't... How could you to the dungeon? She's compassionate. I think she would say, this will not happen again, understand? He has urges. She understands that. She doesn't... she can't empathize with it, but maybe she can sympathize to some extent. Wow, and Yakuda has been totally ready from top to bottom. Right, if we were to go here, how many troops you got? 4,000. Are you fucking joking? Who told me to go to Yakuda? This place is insane. We could probably go there. We just got to get that. Just got to get a feeling for it. You know, got to feel it out a bit. What about you? How are you doing? 757. That's a bit more reasonable. Let's give this a go then. Oh my god, she's overwhelmed by stress because of the training. Guilt and shame have been plaguing me as of late. All my sins, my flaws, my failings. These dark thoughts distract me from my responsibilities and keep me awake at night. I do feel like something must put an end to this mental anguish, but what could possibly help? The sting of the lash. She becomes a flagellant. Does give a health penalty. She loses prowess because she's self-flagellating. Improvidence. She gives away more money to charities than she can reasonably afford. She's compassionate. That one actually makes a lot of sense. I think that one suits the character really well. At 75 gold, I'm really not happy about. But we can get more money. For better or worse. The settlement of Tagon, an important stronghold in Greater Tagon, has fallen to my raiders. We have run vast tracts of land and many of the quivering subjects and shining treasures of Chiefess Mashana to choose from. The troops stand ready, awaiting my command. Bring me bounty as plunder. She's compassionate. She's compassionate. God damn it. So we would say we've taken enough already. Again, play the character, right? Oh, that's so annoying. Damn you. I mean, look, if we do well even in the face of her rambunctious compassion, I'm happy with that regardless. We can carry 232. I'm not coming home until we filled that. That looks like a big province. Oh, yeah, they've got a lot. Let's turn off always raid. And then let's go over here and then mark them as raiders on the way in. Oh, I should have got back into the ocean, actually. Grignr keeps the trade generous. I'm not even going to bother reading it. That's so perfect for her. Yes. She would absolutely be happy with that, given that her mother is compassionate and gives too much money to charity. That seems like the perfect thing. So as we're moving into here, do we do that then? Ah, there you go. Oh, amazing. Okay, cool. Well, this is going to be really difficult to raid through because they are quite powerful right now, aren't they? 4,000 there, so we can't hear you. This province is literally called money. I mean, how could I not? Oh, well, it seems someone else had the same idea because they've already been raided. Chanisa. We could probably raid that one safely. Oh, no, because they could just raise their troops in the province adjacent. Yeah, Yakuda might be a little bit too powerful at this stage. I might have left it a little bit too late. Sadly. But I see what you mean. I mean, when it starts and it's all splintered, we could definitely do some damage there. That's a horrible little goblin, man. He's only got 188 troops. This one's very safe. Could be doing a whole world tour. It'd be quicker to go back via bloody Vardenfell. Okay, let's have a look over here. Man, everywhere has been raided, hasn't it? Trusting. She would never deceive her. That's true. I would never deceive you, Grignr. Because she's compassionate. Wow, these kids are going to come out soft as hell. It's going to be very hard to be raiders. They're going to be too kind to all of these people. Trying to be the nicest raiders on the planet. I suppose that's at least a nice twist. It's too easy to be the kind of traditional, or should I say stereotypical kind of Viking-esque character. Raiding and pillaging and making all the money we ever want. But if we're trying to be the nice guys about it, we're like Robin Hood. We're stealing from the poor and giving to, well, I mean, God knows, whoever our character decides to. Whoa, look at the monthly income. Improvident is a minus 15% of monthly income. Ugh. I wish I'd have thought about that for more than 30 seconds. Oh, God. Can Capture skilled slaves for Grignr Island. That will make her have a breakdown. Same with the bounty plunder. We've taken enough already. Sorry, is this stressing her out the more we're here? I'm not sure that it is. What have you got? 2,900. Ooh, but she is at war. I think it's from the training, isn't it? We're going to have to stop training again for a little while. It's just too much for her. Not until we can find a way to more reliably get rid of some of this bloody stress. Was there not work off some stress somewhere? Okay, we've already got that notified. Donate money to charity every 3 years for 50 gold. Ugh. This seems really good. And Providence seems really good when you're in a very rich position, which we are absolutely not really. Why would you do that? No. Stood on the ridge overlooking the battle of the Shrine of Ansil Yella, a short distance from the front lines. Me and Grignr observed the enemy forces movements. Everything is going as planned in accordance with what I organized at the start of the battle, when suddenly Grignr turns to me and points out an unexpected enemy rush into the weaker section of our main force. We must reposition our men to defend that charge, she says, before asking to go herself to assist in commanding the tactical unit. Wait, Grignr, my aunt. Right, sorry, I was like, hang on, this tiny child is... Grignr, go fix that mess. Oh. Why is she losing stress? Because she's compassionate here. Oh, she's saying, I will do it. I am the commander. I will do it. Oh, God. You and Grignr go together. I like that. Oh, yeah, no, let's do that. Oh, God, she might... Oh, we got wounded. We got wounded, but we actually won a battle for once. Holy crap. Follow me, Grignr, I say, before signaling to my personal guardsmen to follow me into battle. Using my experience, I give Grignr tactical commands to follow while maintaining my own authority over handling the situation. Very nice. Grignr might have received more than a cut or bruise. Oh, no. These men are lucky to have me in command. Wow. Finally. Oh, shit. The same thing again. I am in command here. The men are lucky to have me in command. Very good. Okay. Let's be careful. Ooh. Hey, Grignr well-spoken, has given birth to a child. The child is automatically called Grignr. They're starting to learn. Oh no, he's got hemophilia because of probably the horrible amount of inbleeding. A severe penalty to his health. Oh no. Any kind of wound might be fatal to Grignr, since sanguine humors are in a hurry to escape his body. May you grow strong and wise. Oh my god, what a mess. What a horrible mess we've gotten ourselves into. Boom. 109 gold. Let's get out of here. Gold in tow. Is there anywhere else we could raid? Thracian Reef. Go raid the Slode. We could come up here. Magnificence of Siskor. How many troops you got? Not enough to stop the raiders. That seems good. Let's do that then. Please get off that island fast. Is there any events that can happen at the Thracian Reef? Oh, you can go there. Oh, that's cool. I wonder if there's anything that can happen if you're present at, say, a certain map location. Anyway, let's have a look, see what you got then. Hello. Well, that's a very easy raid. All of these individual little islands over here are going to be very easy raids, aren't they? What about, like, Sturk, which is the island off of Anvil? We could have a look there. Ambitious. She's generous, ambitious, and... Was this not the one that we gave... Oh, I'm not sure. Either way, generous is virtuous. And so is ambitious. That's really cool. Whenever I go, my Chancellor Tor is sure to follow. That look in his eyes, the words on his lips, I know exactly what he's after. No. She would not. She's chaste. She's not interested in that. Right. What do we want to spend our... What the hell do we want to spend our our perk on? Gallant? Reduces the risk of commanding armies. I think I might go for that, to be honest. I feel like this character we should be going into... avaricious is kind of the wrong word, but maybe some way to generate wealth so that we can give it to the... Give it to the poor? Maybe. How are you looking? How many troops have you got? 1,200. I think we could probably raid there fairly safely. We don't actually need to do much more in the way of raiding at this point. Perganancy. Very good. She's getting the trade pregnant despite the fact she's been at sea for a year. Did her husband come with her? I presume so. They don't understand the science. There's medieval times. They're not going to understand that. Boom. 185 out of 199. Maybe go for that city. Ooh, I don't really want to attack into it. This is a cool little starting island. Oh, man, this is cool. This would be a fun place to do a whole playthrough from, eh? Well, let's raid here. And then, are they going to attack over that straight into our army? Oh, you fool. What were you thinking there? Would the skies bode ill, the wind wails and my servant shape before the coming maelstrom, and all for day to be traveling the wilderness? Shabby hovels dominate this strange corner of land, filthy and tiny. Smile, men. Oh. This is horrible. We've come across a lone half-decent country house, but the dwelling is owned by my foul uncle Grignr. Maybe Grignr beat them to this place and is taken over it with his men. I'm being lashed by the mounting storm, yet all I feel is old pain from Grignerson when I became rivals with him. One way or another, this will be a long night. Smile, men, we're gonna have to do it, aren't we? Any schemes against you have a success chance increase. Oh, God, and another battle. Shit. As the battle progresses, I take some time to sit back from combat and observe my forces and the tactical decisions I need to ensure victory. As I glance over at the young soldier fighting boldly, I wonder if maybe I could consider their skills as a fighter. Sure. I'll take a free person at court. Did you sleep well? Enjoy a night of my people's hospitality of resting on glorious feet. I'm told you excel at being charmless, intrusive, and a dung-spattered beggar. May the next storm sweep you off your feet of your face of the earth. Thank you. Invest in softer beds, you lout. Oh, he found out about it. He's very angry. Oh, and now her aunt is screaming at her. But this time we're okay, because it's someone we like who is struggling. So it's kind of reassuring in a way. Let's get this gold back, 180 gold. This is the most successful raid we've ever had. With the babe cradled in his arms, Lord Hoki looks up at me with his face a picture of sincerity. Wife, dearest, perhaps we should name her Tekla after your sensible acquaintance. No. I had something else in mind. We're going to name this daughter, not Tekla, but what about Grignr? How about that? What's she like? She has inherited the Grignr trait. Amazing. Great news. Much better. It's a slight prowess boost, remember, but it's not quite everything we need it to be, especially given these children are ending up very much not the Grignr I had in mind. Not similar to original Grignr, but that's not everything we need, right? What do you think here? The chivalric dominance for 75% knight effectiveness. I do like that one a lot. Oh my god. Winterhold is being ripped apart, and I'm certainly not going to complain about it. Hang on, they're under attack from the elves. Oh, they're under attack from the elves at Sarthal. Oh, very appropriate, given the historical context of... Anyway, spies have informed me about a hunter causing a ruckus at my local tavern. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Apparently, he drew a map of the local tundra for an unknown noblewoman. Who's trying to kill... We've returned. With the gold. 232 gold. 232, really? Why is that? I thought we attrition down below what was possible for that. So 46 development is actually pretty massive in a place that generates no bloody development, eh? That's not bad at all. 11 for our Raider blood. 11 renown, that is. Hello. I would like for your young daughter and heir, Grignerson, to be raised by Grom Cruelty. Nope. Right, what have we got then? We can work off some stress. I think that's very necessary, and that's going to drop us down to stress level 0 again. Very nice. She's going to wrestle Green-Eye's daughter. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You grow closer to forming a rivalry with her. Ooh. Foot race. No matter what, it's potentially a rivalry. You emerge victorious. And she lost opinion of us. Well, we're embarrassing Green-Eye, I suppose. Donate to charity. Gotta do it. Alduin is generous. Yep. Yes, he is. If there's any word I would use to describe him, that's probably it. The world Easter himself is quite generous. Host a feast. She is compassionate and generous now. Or not generous, but gives out money in charitable means. Maybe she sees this, a feast, as a charitable thing to do, given that under Grignr the First, everybody starved to death, remember? Maybe this is quite appropriate. I like it. The guests are gathered in the Great Hall, lords and ladies from near and far reaches of the realm, awaiting the anticipation for the feast to start. A crier then proclaims, by decree of the most majestic majesties from the depths of their magnificent magnanimity, today begins a rule of foolishness and frivolities, abolished our concerns of toil, tax, and responsibility for this silly season of winsome glee. Thank you. Festival of Fools. Very nice. Speaking of which, it's Hockey's fowlery. My husband, Lord Hockey. The servants were carrying out impressively adorned entremets. A number of proud peacocks skinned, cooked, and stuffed, and redressed with their magnificent plumage. However, as Lord Hockey brought his knives close to one of them, the fowl came to with a shriek. This one wasn't cooked at all. It pecked at Hockey's nose before bursting forth among the screaming and laughing guests. As the peacock ran wild, a multitude of servants tried to keep it from overturning the other dishes. Oh. The best entertainment came in the form of the cook chasing it with a ladle, which finally drove the bird out through the great hall doors where it escaped into the night. No feast is complete without a prank. Very good. I see that was a very good time. We almost killed the poor guy. He's 59. His heart's going to give out any minute. You can't shock him like that. After days and nights of joyous company, my feast is over. That was nice. It's good to have the first ever feast. Only 72 years in. As Sweet Roll trudges out the stable, dragging his legs. Oh, he's sick. She would absolutely pay it. She's compassionate. Of course she would pay it. Unlike, you know, Grignr the First. So, take a concubine. There's no one really worth taking. Why don't we have a look in... she wouldn't do that. I feel like it's kind of cruel, especially because they're all prisoners. That doesn't really suit her. Let's ransom out the prisoners that she's got. Like we said, she's compassionate. None of these people are worth anything anyway, so let's get them out. They don't even want to take that guy back for free. Are you joking? Chiefess Yalia will not accept. You don't even want this man back for free. Well, let's just release him then. Demand conversion? Maybe recruit him? He'll accept the recruitment. He's got 18 martial. He can maybe teach us something. Sure. Okay, that's a compassionate thing to do, and a thing I would probably not normally do if I was just raiding for a crap load of cash, right? Welcome. Sure. Can we upgrade anything then? Hunting grounds would be good to upgrade, but we don't have plantations. Fair enough. We can't upgrade this one. We can't upgrade this one. We build a building for the good of the people. What do you think? Outposts to help defend against raids? That seems good. That seems like a generous thing to do. Eventually, we should build them a city. Ooh. We need 380 gold. And we can build a city for the people. Finally, they'll stop starving. They can have farms and all sorts of lovely things rather than just hiding in a castle courtyard. Academy would be good too. Maybe even a temple. Maybe if we end up playing as another character who's like more religious before we have the money to do so, we could do that. That's definitely an idea. Okay. Now, how much were the house cars when not? 4 minutes 0.81 per month. Ugh. We can technically afford it. It'd be 0.2 gold per month, but we could afford another band of house calls, and they are very strong compared to the other bands. So I could really be persuaded to do that. Oh my god. Grignr Green Eye is an enormous... he's an enormous man. 53 prowess for what is effectively an NPC. That's really good. Holy shit. I mean, obviously, he's not quite a normal NPC in that regard, given his father, but yeah, I think that's pretty impressive nonetheless. I am wandering down bustling alleyways with my friend Dorothy when suddenly she disappears. Dorothy Highkeel, not Dorothy Hate Basket. It's a religious icon, not of your dragon cult faith, my friend, but of mine, she explains. A smile crosses her face as she catches a glimpse of my own symbol suspended from a chain around my neck. I've always appreciated how you treat me so well despite our theological differences. Yeah, she would. Yeah. But so she'd learn something from Dorothy. 74% chance. She's compassionate. I think she'd be up for learning a bit about Dorothy's ways. Yeah. You failed to understand Dorothy's way. I mean, she is a Grignr. She was never going to understand Dorothy's ways, but at least she tried, and that's the compassionate part of things, huh? Right, being raided. What the hell do you mean? It's like my territory. No, they're not. That's not my territory. You seem to be missing. That's the man who claims to be my liege's territory, even though he's not done anything with us, nor have we paid him I don't think we've paid him a penny in tax, because we haven't had a penny to pay him. Don't do that. Don't do that. Get out of my territory. Boil and die. Ooh! Hey, he had gold that he was trying to... that his army was carrying. You just got counter-raided. Ah, nice work. Hey, closer to the city, huh? We could have a hunt. She loses so much stress, even though she's compassionate. I think she would still do the hunt as long as the animal wasn't suffering, right? And look at how much stress she loses because of it. That means it's such a key part of a character. I can't not do that, I think. You could argue she would maybe try and keep the money to, again, do that investment, but I think this is fine. This hunting trip has been less than fruitful so far. Some of our party appear to have given up completely. We're attempting to make the best out of a lovely day outside, but what on earth is my champion, Aldana, doing? She's crouched down on the ground, humming cheerfully. My lady, look, there are many useful herbs and flowers here. This one can soothe aches, while this one aids in the recovery of broken vertebrae. This one is said to ward off the blight. We hate her, she hates us. Get back on your horse. I think that there's a limit to our character might be naturally compassionate, but if she hates the character, that compassion clearly comes second, I think. To heed the call of the wild is usually an adventure. We'd got nothing of value. Wasn't really worth doing it, huh? A renowned trainer has approached me hearing rumors of my mighty mount Sweet Roll, and he offers his services. He needs to be stronger. He needs to move more swiftly. He needs to work on his endurance, or he's lacking fierceness. She's compassionate, so she's definitely paid to have her horse trained, I think. Just was training well. Hey, good. Strong wall mount. There we go. Levy size plus 10%. We get prestige and a little more prowess. Oh, it's probably stacks with the prowess it already gave, right? Well, let's get back out there then. Never back down. Friendly fatal casualties minus 20%. That's great for when we are raiding and get caught out by an army like we were in Yakuda. How long until we're reinforced here? Not long at all. A couple of months and then we'll head back out. Again, I'd like to try and afford those huskarls, but never mind. My husband Hoki stops me in the corridor, grinning from ear to ear. In his hands are 2 fishing poles. Come fishing with me today, dear wife. I promise you will love it. Well, she is a hunter. I would catch the fabled white carp. 51% chance she catches it. She's going to lose stress either way. You have a great trip. Oh, they just had a nice trip together. She grows closer to forming a friendship with her husband. That's nice. I like that a lot. Appealing to our hunting tendencies a little bit. That's cool. Okay, almost ready. Grignr's Folly gained... Oh, hello. Queen Snoria of Winterhold. Oh, shit. Brynjolf was killed? Died of old age, and now it's his daughter in charge. Steward of Winterhold. Nope. Decline. I'm sorry. No amount of compassion is going to have her... Well, I mean, why would she do that? She would just not do it. It just doesn't make sense. Well, despite everything, Grignr's daughter became a tough soldier. Honestly, it's the other daughter that I'm more interested in. Generous, ambitious, chaste, charming. She's got some weird traits going on here, but I feel like she has a lot more potential. How are you doing? Have I got time to swap you over? Yes, there we go. So this Grignr's daughter. Let's say they grow up fast. Amazing. Let's educate this one. She has a potential to come out pretty well in terms of martial. I know a lot of people have said that you've got to wait for their first trait to pop up, then pit them in education, because then, of course, you've got a better chance of getting a better education. We've got to go all in on the martial, right? I think it's more interesting to play a character that's maybe not suited to their education than it is to play a character that's just, like, perfectly refined in every asset. So, I think we've got time for one more raid, or at least one more raiding session, right? Levy's going to take a while to reinforce it. I'm not even sure it's really worth it. Studying an old battle, or she's going to attempt to translate an old scroll. She gains 1 martial, 1 learning, and commander bonus for 20 years. That will take her up to probably the day she dies. Is she going to be able to do it? Even with the help of a dusty glossary, the scroll is reluctant to share its secrets, but Grignr presses on. Smartest of Grignr. The night progresses, and the most incredible story unfolds before me. It's conducted by Darlock Bray, the golden beast of Anaquina. Amazing. Focus on the process or study the battle. One gives us studying the Anaquine conquests. Martial. Oh, for 20 years. Again, this will take her up to the day she dies. Martial learning, faith, hostility advantage. Advantage in forest and tiger up by 5. Or the translation process just gives learning. She's a Grignr. She would not want that. Come on now. Let's not be ridiculous here. I'm going to wait for these levies to reinforce, because actually that's like another 300 troops. There's a scheme at court. Someone's trying to kill Hoki. She's compassionate, but she likes her husband and hates this person. Throw her in jail. She's not going to execute her. She would just have her... Is that the compassionate thing to do? Maybe we banish her from court. Negotiate her release. Banish. Get her gone. Can we command a conversion and banish it? No, just get her gone. Be gone. Leave my realm, never to return. That's a compassionate thing to do for someone who's trying to kill your husband. Maybe a little bit too compassionate, but... Maybe that's his character's fault as well as his strength, huh? They're all learning so much. You're Grigners. You're not supposed to learn. You're not supposed to think about things and study. Unbelievable how far we've fallen, depending on your perspective. Get more knights. We always like more knights, huh? Dorothy Highkeel. No, she's compassionate. Remember the good times. The endless clash of metal on metal, the chafing of armor, the sting of sweat. It's a dance that's familiar to me. Will she not part with her mace, or let's go for another weapon? Obviously go for another weapon, much as Grignr himself did. Very nice. A little bit more experience. We can work off some stress too while we're here. I don't think we needed to do that. It was a bit of a waste. Should have kept that in the back burner. Just got so excited seeing that we had things that we could do. Right, raise the troops. We are reinforced. We are ready to go. 1,800 raiders is so enormous that we could probably afford to go raiding nearby. What's going on here? Like, this part of Winterhold is separate? Okay. Hand it over. I'll take that. Yeah, sure. Give me your money. Can we even raid here? See, that won't let us raid that. That is not our Winterhold. And I don't know why. I did mark them as raiders. I did. Yeah, why aren't we allowed to raid there, then? Maybe it's because they have no money left? No, they got 36 loot. We just can't do it. What's your garrison? Am I going mad? Where is the... That's the garrison. 2,000 men. Oh, shit. I thought it was a levy. Crazy. Oh, yeah. No, we definitely can't raid there then. Never mind. Go about your business. It was very ambitious of me. We could raid there, though. I presume. Probably fairly easily. It's not part of... Oh, it's part of fucking Winterhold. Okay. Let's head over here, then. Sure. All these new elven provinces can't be that well defended. Fire and Blood. Obviously, again, we've taken enough already. Let's not go too crazy with it. Solstheim, again, it's right on our border. Would be quite nice to get. Oh, that's cool that House Redoran have taken part of Solstheim. Again, very lore accurate. The House Redoran moved their capital over to here. They've got a lot of troops. But if we could get away with that raid, that would be the greatest raid any Grignr's ever embarked on. Don't you crash on me. Bear in mind, when we go for their capital, we probably can't even raid it, right? No, I didn't think so. Grignr comes of age. She is also a tough soldier. She's a logistician, which is quite nice. 11 marshal. That's not bad. Yeah, what have you got reinforcing this place? 2,800. Yeah, that was a little bit brave, I will admit. What do you think? Northern Vardenfell's pretty... I think we stick to the usual plan. Let's not get fancy with it. Let's go for the islands. Let's stick to the safe raiding. I'm getting greedy. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. Nope. Chancellor of Winterhold is a nice thing to say. Ooh. 37. Of course we're going to ransom people out immediately. We're not going to hold out for a better offer. You really going to try that? She's our best commander by a long way, sure. Boom. Oh, good battle. Nice work. Get that one raided. Look, 93 gold already. Let's not get greedy with it. I'm aiming too high, and we just don't need to do it. This isn't CK2 where you can just... where you can stack up thousands of gold in a single raid. It's much more limiting. So when we get a good raid, we should grab it with both hands, you know? How are we looking up here? This might be a dangerous one. Yeah, this is Solitude, right? Or, yeah, or Hafengar, yeah. Are they gonna raise all their troops? So, hang on. Will the top liege not defend? Because we are raiding Hafengar. She's not gonna raid troops to defend that. Maybe it is just the person whose territory you're raiding. Maybe I'm thinking about this a bit too broadly. There is a shrine there. How much money is in that shrine? 12. It's not worth the battle, is it? Hello? Sure. 37 gold. Oh my god, we actually might be able to build the city. That's a tundra, so there's nothing there. That's a tundra. Stronghold of Volkahar. 10 loot, but you never know. We might get some prisoners, so we'll give it a go. One of the children at Court Grignr had taken the scopperel of a younger boy and thrown it into a nearby cave. My daughter was there and saw it all happen. Ah. Grignr keeps the trait stubborn. You should have gone in there yourself without fear. I like that. I think it's more stressful, but it's stressful because it's better for the child. Your will be done, child. That doesn't sound very compassionate. But being brave and getting your own thing back and not being stubborn about somebody who wronged you, that seems a bit more compassionate, you know? Oh, man, we got away like bandits with that one, just as they were about to come and clap our cheeks. What about this island? Again, it's not much money, but they're going to have to send a boat here to come and stop us if they want to. Damn, this is some good shit. That's hills. That's nothing. What do you think? We have a go at North Point now? How many troops have you got? 1,400. Easy. This is an easy raid. I think we've finally done it, haven't we? I think we've finally got this acceleration. With Lord Hoki's diligent administration of my household's finances, there's more gold at the end of the season than expected. We need to host a magnificent dinner party. We can invest the local money in the... Okay, invest the money in the local area seems good. I think we would do that. Control level by 10, and we're encouraging development. Just suits her as a character, which is always the most important part. And naval speed 25%. I like that one a lot. Retreat losses minus 25 is pretty bloody good for when we're raiding. Hit and run tax is what we're relying on to keep this thing going, eh? Well, I think we're probably about to be filled up. What are you doing? You'll win decisively. What are you doing? This isn't very compassionate at all. You're just killing all your troops. To try and, what, teach me a lesson? That was foolish. What a fool you are. How could you be so naive? Schema discovered. Grignr. Is my cousin Grignr. Oh, Grignr's daughter is trying to kill Lord Hoki. Come in, prisoner. Can we just say, like, don't do that? What do we do in that situation? Would we imprison... I think she hasn't technically done anything wrong. She's just scheming. She's just scheming to have him killed, I suppose. I don't really know. I guess we'd have to imprison her. We'll deal with it when we get back anyway. We're like right in this very working. This raid is working really well. I want to see it through. 25 loot there. This is all looted. Shipwreck Coast 2800. Even High Rock's not doing super well. Should we just bring back the 300? We're not going to take a gamble for potentially 10 gold. Oh! The terror from Grignr Island. For years I've swept out on devastating raids, bringing the full fury of Alduin to a trembling world, for surely if he disapproved, he would have struck me down by now. Instead, Grignr's household sleeps surrounded by stolen fineries of foreign rulers, and no exotic slaves to warm her bed. She has not done that, because she's compassionate. Truly noble and peasant alike quail at Grignr's approach, and parents silence crying children with the threat that Grignr will visit. Oh my god, despite the fact that she has been the weakest and the most compassionate of the Grignrs, she is the one that has embodied fear the most. Oh, I like that a lot. Martial studies, 300 martial lifestyle. Wow. Thanks to her husband. This is so not... Everything's going suspiciously too well. You know what I mean? Things are going a little bit too easy right now. How suspicious. We've only got 17 years before we settled at Morans. Actually, that guy was a way better... Yeah, swap you over. Better steward and a better marshal. Settle our own people there. 16 years left before we settle at Morans in Grignr's Folly. Let's get this gold back and let's build the first ever city. Grignr City. Wow. Ooh, and we got a level of a splendor increase because we got 19 renown from that one. 390 gold. We got the prestige. We got the piety. 78 development growth. Oh my god. Big, compassionate investments back in the very realm that's given us all this wealth in the first place. Let's throw it down then. City. What do we need? Popular opinion needs to be positive. We could probably do something with that. We could probably lower taxes. Low service requirements. Done. Lower the taxes. Done. Plus 12. Now, to really pay them back for their years of commitment to the Grignr dynasty, she builds them a city. She builds them a city. The kindness, the compassion, never before seen. We are, however, in debt. When the city's built, of course, it's going to make us money, which will hopefully cancel that out. But the reason we're in debt, of course, is because our man-at-arms are reinforcing. So, the second that's done, it won't last long. See, it's 0.1. We're already basically there, right? Grignr keeps arrogant. Give the manny the water he asked for. Yeah. Yeah, obviously do that. It's stressing her out because her daughter isn't compassionate like she is. Others need the gold more than I do. We're in debt. Hideous amounts of debt. But we had to do it, right? Queen Sonir is being attacked by... Okay, I don't really care what my liege is up to. Again, just to reiterate that. Now, honestly, I think Sapper suits Grignr. Because she spent her whole life being a bit of a strategist. She came up with a level 3 martial training just from watching what original Grignr did wrong. She's clearly got a brain on her shoulders. She's got high martial and high learning. Those are two primary stats. I feel like we will eventually try and go for strategist rather than branching out elsewhere and only getting kind of a minor effect from that. Realistically, what are we going to get from like a few points here and there spread across, I don't know, diplomacy for niceties and the stewardship tree for money? I'm not really sure. We're going to wrestle Feldy Wraithheart. And of course we emerge victorious because, despite everything else, she has the spirit of Grignr. Thank you for joining me today. What a great day. What a great day for the realm. What a great day for this character, who I feel like perfectly played. Her compassion knows no bounds, and now we've got a whole city. Could you have imagined this 2 episodes ago when we were drowning in... 3 episodes ago, I suppose. Drowning in debt. The troops were being picked off left, right, and center. Now we've got a whole new city as... Again, somebody said one of the worst starting points in Tamriel. I'm happy with that. Come back tomorrow.